Top of it. It's Dylan Alexander, and thanks for checking me out. Got them chemtrails in the background. You see what it is. Yes, that's right, man. We're living in hell. But I just had to check out this beautiful body of water. Nothing like a body of water to calm your mind a little bit, even if it is man-made. But nonetheless, man, we are living in hell. That's right. Yep. But there's pieces of heaven out here. You know, it's mostly heaven, but man has made this place into hell, you know. Unfortunately, if you guys didn't know, now you know. And I know the truth. I know we do live in heaven, but hell is built on top of it. And the system is hell, you know. And I don't know, as far as religion, the beginnings of all this, when this all started, you could say when Eve ate the fruit or whatever, that's debatable. Nobody really knows, man. These books were written by men anyways. You know, just like history. History is written by the winner, man. Whoever takes over, whoever is able to conquer is the one who gets to write the history books. So we got to go by what they say, huh? I mean, how accurate can that be? But what we can go by is what we see in front of us today, which is, you know, we live in this beautiful planet, and I love nature, man. I do. You know, something about it it eases my soul in the midst of this city life and chaos and always chasing more and having to constantly have to pay a bill every month, rent, and just have to make it. You got to find a new way to get ahead, find your little patch of freedom if you are so blessed to get some. But I'm here to remind you, man, we do live in hell. Don't forget it. As I mentioned, we're at war. And a part of that war is hell, man. And the reason I say we live in hell is because look at who rules this planet. Look at the people who are in charge of these complex systems that we have to use every day. Who's in charge? And how do they operate? What do they believe in? What do they want for us? You understand? And when you ask these deep questions, man, you start to realize that we do live in hell, because these people who are in charge, they don't want the best for you, your family, your loved ones. They really want you to have very little, and they want everything for themselves. That's why you see the money is owned by, you know, most of the money is owned by a few, and the majority has to share just a little bit. You know, the assets, the gold, you know, the things that we value, the houses, the real estate, the Black Rocks of the world. They own all this stuff. They're slowly eating it up. Bill Gates is owning up a bunch of land. Man, it's really hell on earth, man. And they're digging in, man. They're going all in while we're all suffering. They're just taking it up. You know, that's why I say, man, you got to get rich as soon as possible to get your little piece of the pie, because the pie is getting consumed by these demons, man. You know, I mean, can you imagine a few centuries ago, this land right here was just beautifully, just lush and open, and it was not owned by anybody. Nobody owned it. Nobody had to sign a lease or paperwork to have it. Everybody just kind of shared it, and you say, hey, my tribe lives over here, your tribe lives over there. We can get along. We don't got to go to war with each other. Sometimes you do, you got your differences, but ultimately, everybody had their share, and it was cool. But now, now you need paperwork, and you need to have your money in order, your assets. Everything's got to be on point, and it's got to go according to the system. And these dogs don't want me in their territory, and that's fine. Going in, but what really made me want to bring up this topic is just what I see online, and the things that I notice that are being pushed on a regular basis is just pure filth. And it's really the 7 deadly sins, man. It's those 7 deadly sins I see constantly on all of my social media timelines. Wrath, greed, envy, lust, gluttony, pride, sloth. All these things are just always on your social media timeline. Don't believe me? Check for yourself. Next time you get on social media, any platform, start scrolling, and you'll start seeing the gluttony, right? Like I mentioned, man, I see a lot of videos of people just eating food in their cars. And it's like the worst foods, the fried food, the heavy cheeses and meats and just garbage. Fast food, all this stuff. And people just stuffing their faces in the name of gluttony because it triggers that part of us. We all have that part of us that can be very gluttonous. Lust is everywhere, man. I mean, god damn, you can't go anywhere without women just being put on display to tease men and to tempt us. I love women just like the next man, but man, golly, bro, it's such a distraction. What good does that really do us if women are just constantly showing their goods and and then you imagine, okay, yeah, guys will argue like, oh man, I want to see women that look naked and look good in tight clothes, and yeah, it's nice, it's cool, right, to look at, but ask yourself, like, okay, you get one of these women, now what? You think she's gonna stop looking like that? You think she's gonna stop dressing like that and behaving the way she did before you met her? Absolutely not, bro. She about to be the same way she been behaving. But yet some of us think we can change these women. We can, it's just a messed up society we're in. It's hell, bro. And so I don't want to forget that, man. That's why I like coming out here to get away for just a tad moment. Even though it's right down the street, the city's still right here, but it's a slight quietness to still my mind a little bit, gather some kind of peace. But nonetheless, man, it's hell on earth. And I'm always asking myself, how do I operate like this? How do I operate in my best out here? And it's challenging, but I feel like I was put on this earth to take on the challenge and to represent and to even show you guys how to get the most out of this life despite the odds. Because as I mentioned, man, I've been one of the biggest challenges I've been facing lately is my diet, which I'm conquering at an excellent level. You know, as of today, I'm over 2 months without any meat. Um, my diet's not perfect, I'll say that. It's mostly fruits, a lot of veggies. I'll have like a salad almost every day. But you know, I've had my slip ups as far as like I have these, man. There's these like cashews with they got sugar and salt and honey on them. That's all the ingredients that it has. But still, I don't want to be eating nothing with salt, sugar, processed sugar. You know what I mean? So it's basically like my version of candy. It tastes so good, and I'll find myself eating them, and I'm like, all right, that's enough. And then I'll grab a little couple more cashews. And I'm like, all right. And it's like, it's that addiction. That addiction is still there because it has the salt and the sugar. It's addicting. And so I'm cutting that out officially today. I'm not eating that shit no more. So I'm going even harder, right? I'm taking steps to my diet. I'm perfecting it on some Dr. Sebi type stuff. You know, I've been watching his interviews, man, and it just really reinforces what I'm doing. I know I should be following this path, staying away from starchy foods. But yeah, man, I'm taking steps. It's steps to get there. You know, you got to figure I've been eating the wrong way for 30 plus years, so to be eating this way is a big move in the right direction. But nonetheless, man, I'm feeling good and I'm confident moving forward. I'm about to be eating only fruits and then salads, you know, vegetables with some herbs, stuff like that. Everything alkaline. I want my body purely alkaline and clean. I'm cleaning my body out. And I'm proud of myself to do that, you know. And I want to be a representation. I want to show you guys how it's done because not everybody is doing this. Almost nobody's eating like this, and it's the right way to be eating. But when you live in hell on earth, of course nobody's gonna eat the right way. And of course everybody's sick and full of mucus and toxins, and they stink. And that's a whole nother thing I want to really go in this channel is health, because it's one of the most important things in life. You know, we want to live a long time, but what's the point of living a long time if you're always sick, you're fat, you can't move properly, you can't function in the best way. Your body is just limited. So I'm gonna show you guys, man, how to do it and show you the results, man. You're gonna see a lot of changes with me in the next few months and years. So stick with me, man. I got more stuff to show you guys, and I'm just looking to clean up everything in my life, my spirit, get my finances all the way right. And you know, right now you can consider me I'm at ground zero in a way. You know, but it's only up, man. When you're at the bottom, there's only one way to go, and it's really up, unless you just want to stay at the bottom. But I'm not staying at the bottom. I'm just making the most of where I'm at. As you can see, I'm the only one out here enjoying this beautiful nature and giving some good game, man. So just because you live in hell on earth doesn't mean you gotta stay in hell. You ain't gotta be hell-minded, huh? How about that? Just because everybody else is doing something doesn't mean you gotta do it. That's something that I realize that's super important, because that's what makes it so hard to stay on the right path when you see everybody around you doing the wrong thing, and you want to like do the right thing, but it's like it's almost lame. It's like, oh, what you eating? You eating a salad? Man, eat these burgers and pizza. Eat this BS, you know? All right. Hey, man, vibes. But yeah, man, I eat what I want to eat, you know? I'm not gonna let people around me tempt me because They're eating something that I used to love to eat. I know how good it tastes, but I'm on this wave, man, and that's discipline. That's full control of yourself. And I know that I'm in full control of myself in every way. You know, I even got a chick I'm kind of dealing with that I'm really not trying to deal with her too much more. You know, she kind of turned me off with some stuff, and I'm looking to lessen my activity with her, even though I do want to see if I can get some use out of her. But you know, I met a new chick recently that I think she's got some good qualities, so you know, maybe I'm getting blessed with that. But it's just every aspect of life, man. I'm looking to upgrade. I'm looking to improve myself and become even better so I can be proud of myself, you know? It's not even for y'all or anybody. It's really for me. I'm impressing myself, you understand? And that's the most important thing for you guys. You need to impress yourself. Because at the end of the day, you have to go to bed with your actions of the day. Like, what did you do today? Did you make a step in the right direction? Or did you keep doing the same BS? Did you make no progress today? Huh? Ask yourself, man. Because like I mentioned, man, we only have so many days to live. We only have so many weeks and months, so many summers. Like, we don't have time to play games. It's not time to play around. We got to be serious. Especially, man, if you're younger, man, take it serious. Man, I wish I was more serious a few years ago, man, in my 20s. But, I mean, sometimes we got to kind of chip away at things and try things out, trial and error. But that doesn't mean you got to waste it, man. We got to stop wasting time. We don't get it back. Once it's gone, it's gone. So I hope this registers with you, man. And if it does, let me know in the comments. And I look forward to seeing the progress of everybody watching this, man, because we all got to do our best in this hell on earth, you know, and get this thing back to heaven, because I know this world was way better at one point. And it's like, why not make it better? You know what I'm saying? I want my kids to have something to enjoy, man, because it's not looking good for the next couple of decades. It's looking horrible as far as I'm concerned, based on the trajectory. So let's do our part, man, and let's improve this place, man. You dig? So we get one planet, man. Let's make it the best. But that's it, man. I appreciate y'all watching. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Peace.